So we're going to talk about guest blogging, whether you should do it, whether you shouldn't, why it works, and how it works, when it works. All right. So I had a question from a guy named Michael Dale on LinkedIn. And it was actually a great question. You can tell he's been in the business for a while because his question was, how do I get paid? Now what I was doing was I was offering guest blogging opportunities and a couple other things. I'll link back to it. I'm not going to expound on what the whole article was about here. But the rundown was essentially, why should I give you content for free? And, well, you shouldn't. You should never work for exposure. But you're not giving away content for free and you're not working for exposure when you do a guest blog. And I'm going to explain why. Also, I don't pay people for guest blogs for 3 reasons. The first is I don't need to. I run a small business. There's never any shortage of people who will, guest blog for me. It's just economics. But there is a really good reason why there's never any shortage. The second reason is my site doesn't make any money directly. It's there to make me look good as a writer, so it has that benefit. But I don't have any ads and I don't have any affiliate marketing, so more eyes on the page means $0 more for me. If I get enough eyes on the page, it actually starts costing me more money. All right. And the third reason is I offer guest blogs in kind. So if you guest blog for me, or even if you don't guest blog for me and you want a guest blog, I will write you a guest blog. And as we'll see, I benefit more from sending a guest blog to you than I do from accepting yours. All right, the first thing you need to understand is something called link juice, which is a stupid name but a really cool concept. Google works essentially in the same way as a high school cafeteria. It assigns authority, or coolness, let's call it, to various sites. All right? And when you show up and you're wandering around and it doesn't know you, it's trying to decide how cool you are, or how smart you are, or whatever, it pays attention to who you sit with, who links to you, who you link to, right? And if you get a bunch of cool people or a bunch of smart people hanging out with you, it goes, you're one of the smart kids, you're one of the cool kids, most likely to succeed. All right, up you go in the rankings, sir, or ma'am, miss, whatever. Gender neutral pronoun that we don't have. All right. So how does this benefit you? How do you get into this? Well, like most really cool things in the world, spammers have sort of ruined it to a degree. So you need to be really discerning about which guest blogs you host and where you guest blog. Because if Google sees, oh cool, you're guest blogging on spam.com, it's going to go, oh cool, you're a spammer then, huh? All right, well, all right, kid. I thought you had a potential. All right, and then it's going to write you off faster than your high school guidance counselor. Okay, you with me so far? Now, why do you guest blog? The how should be pretty clear right now. It raises your profile. But what does that gain you? Now, this is important because it may not gain you anything, and if it doesn't gain you anything, you have no reason to guest blog, all right? No reason at all. But if you're selling anything, be it yourself, a product, a brand, creepy clown figurines, then guest blogging is something you should be looking at, but you have to be strategic about it, all right? This is the secret. This is you up here, okay? Right here, this is you, your blog. It's in the center of this web. You are in a network. Traffic is flowing along, and it's coming through your site. You're going to look for sites that have traffic that's not the same as yours, but the same type of people, or the people you want on your site. So for me, that means I look for writers and I look for entrepreneurs, because my niche, and you should always have a niche because you can't be a Renaissance man in this modern internet any more than you can in the modern world. All right? There's too much out there. You need to specialize, especially at first. You can expand once you've conquered a niche. Mine is working writers, essentially. I market to the people who are either trying to or currently paying the bills with words. And so far that's working pretty well. I'm happy with it. But that means that I'm looking for writers or entrepreneurs, small business people. Now, I have an ulterior motive for reaching out to those small business people. I really do. I'm going to be upfront with that. Small businesses, especially starting out, often need content writers. Hey, look, here I am. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, though, is I'm trying to grab a little bit of their traffic. Now, this goes both ways. You know, if I were to write a post for Jackie Murray or Lorraine Regulate, who both run great writing websites, Word Dreams and Wording Well. I actually reversed the two. Jackie is Word Dreams. All right, so I think this is pretty clear, right? I mean, you see where we're going. You are grabbing traffic and you are getting, this is why everybody wants to guest blog. You are getting, 1,000 words to convince everybody who's hitting this friend site or this other person's site, this authority site, that they want to go down to your site and become one of your readers too. And this flows both ways because, obviously I link back. So people who are reading my site are going, oh, he's guest blogging on, Searching for the Happiness, Wendy McCants' site. Oh man, who's this Wendy McCants? I better go check that out. And this is how the system works. It's essentially free targeted advertising. And it's really important to know this is about, short of paying people money, this is the only free targeted advertisement you can get on the internet, right? When you put something out on social media, it goes where it goes. When you put something out to your friend group, they might support you, but you don't have control over your friend's interests. Are you with me so far? This you can target. You can go and you can look for people, places where your message will mean something, where you can actually pull people back to you that bring value to your site. That is why guest blogging is so important. You have control over who you're bringing in. Everything else is a sideshow. All right, I'm Connor Rickett, by the way, Cities of the Mind, Freelance Writing. This has been the whole video. It's almost 7 minutes long, I'm sorry, but there's a lot to talk about with guest blogging. I could go on and on and on, but I won't because I'm really hungry right now.